Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, from our state, and our country. We take a look at your comments, your ideas, your suggestions, your questions. We peek at your curiosity about this city of ours called Puerto Vallarta, where we live as a community of English-speaking locals. English-speaking locals, I'm trying to say. Today is Friday, November 3rd. Yes, it's Friday all day long, which means that the weekend is here. I hope you have great plans for the weekend. I have great plans for this weekend because I'm going to do very little. Well, that's not true. There's always something to do, but I don't have any major outings or major activity. And this weekend, that is good because I want to get caught up with some television shows. I want to start reading the prequel to the Hunger Games movie, which is coming out later on this month. I want to be on top of things. So I hope you have great plans for the weekend, and I hope you'll share some of that with us here at Coffee and Headlines. But first, as always, we want to welcome anyone that is watching live for the first time. If you'd like a little bit more of an official welcome, all you have to do is write the word new in your comment. We'll be so very happy to give you a nice little hello. And of course, if you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, we will be sure, excuse me, to bring it up later on when we take a look at all the comments. So if you have something truly important that you wish to share with everyone here, or if you're looking for an answer or a particular reaction, please add a capital letter Q to your comment. And with that said, let us dive into what we have for today. Starting with the fact that yesterday we had another very successful Day of the Dead parade. Thousands of tourists and locals took to the Malecón yesterday afternoon to enjoy 30 different groups representing associations, schools, private businesses, and other type of groupings. All I can say is this is great for our city. It is nice to see that Day of the Dead is becoming increasingly popular every year that goes by. It is a great celebration. And there is yet another Day of the Dead activity that you may not want to miss. This is going to be tonight at the Malecón, and I'll tell you more about it after the weather break. Now look at the size of this little bugger. You know, even at that side, crocodiles can easily chomp on one of your fingers and hold on to dear life. This specimen was found trying to climb an escalator, of all things, at the small shopping center and hotel building that is located next to the airport exit as you're heading south into Marina Vallarta. Fortunately, the specimen was captured and returned safely to his environment without any harm coming to it or to any of the people that tried to avoid it at the shopping mall. And this is great news. This comes from Notisistema and from Guadalajara, indicating that 500 new city buses were just delivered in Guadalajara for public transportation in key areas of the state. And while the majority will stay within the metropolitan area of Guadalajara, our capital city, 129 of those buses will be destined to three destinations in the state: Lagos de Moreno, Ciudad Guzman, and of course, Puerto Vallarta. So while we don't know how many buses we're going to get just yet, we know that there are new buses headed our way. And this, of course, is a good thing, provided that they choose to turn their air conditioning on. Boom, boom. Let's take a look at our weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. And we start with our snarky weatherman's comment, which today says, "That cloud looks like you're getting your limbs torn off by my patent pending torture device." Okay, whatever. Our temperature right now is 30 degrees. Humidity is a little lower than yesterday, only 62%. And our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees, of course, is 86 degrees. Our weather forecast for today says it's going to be a humid day with partly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 33 and a low of 24. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be a humid day with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, with a high of 32 and a low of 24. And then Sunday, it'll be a humid day with partly cloudy skies throughout the day, with a high of 31 and a low of 24. And this is our weather forecast for this weekend. I'm still hoping for less humidity. I'm still hoping for cooler nights. And of course, we all keep our fingers crossed, hoping that that is what we're going to get in a matter of days. Hopefully, that'll be the case. And of course, I told you earlier that there is yet another Day of the Dead event that you may want to consider. We mentioned this before, but we might as well share a reminder with you. The city is hosting a Living Katrina competition today. This will take place at 7:45 at the Little Lighthouse on the Malecon. I am sure there are going to be prizes awarded, and you can find all kinds of information for this event in the link that will be provided along with your show notes later on today. And what's next on our holiday agenda? Well, next in Mexico's commemorative agenda, rather, is the Mexican Revolution, which of course began on November 20th in 1910 and lasted until 1920. We had 10 years worth of revolutionary fights. The date falls on a Monday this year, so it will be a 3-day long weekend here in Mexico. And of course, I will be putting together a little cultural segment for you to better understand what this important event in Mexico's history is all about. And of course, I want to mention that our friend Lucy is coming back with another one of her wonderful pop-up art shows this month. This is going to be on November 25th, and it's going to take place from 2 to 9 at Ernesto's Good Grub. I'm looking forward to that because of a couple of reasons. Well, 3 reasons, actually. Number 1, Ernesto's is right around the corner from my place. Number 2, they serve amazing food. And number 3, there's a certain something that I'm running out of, and I'm hoping that the vendor is going to be there. So there you have it. If you want to support local artisans that make hands and crafts here in Puerto Vallarta, this is a great opportunity to do so. And of course, I do want to mention once again that we're going to have our fall meet and greet on Thursday, November 16. This is in a couple of Thursdays at Whiskey Kitchen from 6 to 8 p.m. I hope I get to see some of you there, or many of you actually, and those of you that are going to be in town during that time, hopefully you will join us so that we can see you and meet you in person. And this brings us to our chat section. Let me take a look at what you have. Doo-dee-doo-doo-doo. Oh, yesterday something really weird happened on Facebook. I posted a little note acknowledging the fact that the Day of the Dead presentation sold out and that I felt sorry, and I do, because I found out later on that among the people that were not very happy because they couldn't get in were some of my close friends. So I wanted to just apologize to anyone and everyone. And these comments started popping up of, I have extra tickets for sale. Contact me if you're interested. And I thought, well, that's bizarre. I don't understand what that is about. And then another person posted something similar. And then a third person did that. And I quickly realized that this was some kind of scam or something. Why people would do that is a total mystery to me. But that's what happened. The comments, of course, have been hidden. And that's the end of that. I am reading a bunch of good mornings. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to see familiar faces and some new ones here. Parum pam pim pum pum. I am looking for cues. I am looking for... What? Your tabletop ice maker has arrived already, Den? I'm hoping for some cold lemonade. Just kidding. Everybody, well, not everybody, but two of my friends are buying like tabletop ice makers. Let's see what else. There's a queue. Have you heard about power outages in Rodolfo Just Gomez? I suppose you mean Rodolfo Gomez, the street? And no, I did not read anything about power outages this morning, Maverick. I hope that yours is a temporary affair, and I hope it will be fixed soon. There's another cue. Did the Katrina retain the Guinness record of being the tallest? I'm not sure, Filbert. I don't think so, because there is another Katrina within the state of Jalisco, let alone elsewhere in the country, that apparently is taller than ours. So we'll have to wait and see for a few days until the Guinness people certify whether we have the tallest or not. Let's see. Boom, paradim, pam, pam. Uh-oh, everyone. Well, not everyone, but yes, I know that Mihal's purchase was an Amazon purchase, and I experienced her ice making machine, and every now and then the ice cubes drop and they make a little noise. I don't know that I would enjoy that in my apartment, but hey, some people do. Let's see. Pamela told me that she is on that play, Lend Me a Tenor, that is opening at the American School next Thursday. And she's looking forward to the opera event. It'll be great to see you. Of course, the opera presentation is going to be on Tuesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And let's see. Oh, good Lord, Albert. Ticket scalpers. No, not at all. I was just frazzled by it. I'm like, who the hell is buying tickets in advance? And how are the nice folk at the Joint Boutique Hotel handling the ticket ID process? I don't know, but everything seemed to indicate that that was the case. I'm confused. What's wrong with using the freezer to make cubes? Nothing wrong, but there are people that consume them in large quantities. So there you have it. JC asks, how long is the Katrina left up? I have no idea. But it will probably be coming down before Christmas because the government gets really busy during Christmas celebrations. Where is the other Katrina? Asks Angelica. The answer is I don't remember. I saw it yesterday, and I will probably talk about it once the dust settles and we figure out which one has the tallest, which city. And let's see what else. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Kathy is happy because she was the one who made the ice cubes. Well, there you go, Kathy. One less chore to handle. How many seats are available at the joint? My agreement with the joint co-working hotel for my presentations is 30 spaces. I don't really want to make it any bigger than that because I enjoy the personalized interaction with a smaller group. And the room is small, it's not very large, and it's very long. So increasing the number of people would just make it way, way, way too long and cavernous. So I'm happy at 30. Let's see what else. Boom, boom, boom. Can you post a link for becoming a cluster member, says Pamela. Pamela, that link is always at the top of our broadcast. And I'm going to show it again. This is the link. Oh, that's not true. We don't do that link anymore at the beginning, but we certainly post it at the end every time we end our broadcast. So here it is. It's a little earlier than usual, but I'm happy to put it there. When you go to buymeacoffee.com/ojedapaco, you get 3 choices. One, you get more than 3 choices, but the primary choices are, number 1, you can purchase a coffee or 2 or 10 just for the occasional I love you. Number 2, you can become a member at 2 tiers, and you can become such a member either by paying by the month or by paying by the year. Number 3, you can commission things. You can commission a walking tour for a neighborhood if you're particularly interested in that neighborhood. You can also commission a walk around for a business. Let's say that you're opening a brand new business and you want some added content about your business. You can also commission a walk around of your business, and all that is possible at this link, which once again, Pamela, is posted here at the end of every single broadcast. Let's see what else. Pum paradim pam pum. I see. That makes sense. By December 1st, we are celebrating Guadalupe. Yes, we are celebrating Guadalupe. I forgot about her. Didn't mean to, but it's not a legal holiday. It's a traditional holiday. But yes, of course, we have the 12 days of Guadalupe processions. We've talked about those before. I suppose I can find what I did last year or the year before as a special feature and look for it and spruce it up and share it with you as well. And let's see what else. I think we are pretty much at the end of the broadcast. So this is the moment in which we usually turn this little guy on, just to acknowledge those of you that have contributed already and to invite those of you to do so. Those of you that haven't. Why do we set it up that way? Well, because I'm hoping that whatever is presented here at Coffee and Headlines is valuable enough for you that you will consider supporting this operation. That's why we take the memberships and the occasional donations by way of coffee cups. And that brings us to the end of our Friday broadcast. We have one more for tomorrow. I'm excited for this weekend because it's going to be very mellow. I found a plumber, my faucet has been connected, and I am the happiest person. So I hope you have a terrific Friday. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, I hope I'll see you again sometime soon. Have a great weekend.